A very warm welcome to all of you watching the show. This is Overdrive and you're with me, Sohini Dutt. Now, when Mercedes-Benz launched the A-Class in India to usher in the premium hatchback segment, it had its share of skepticism even from us. But as sales numbers suggest, they had caught on to something. Now, the natural progression for Mercedes-Benz India should be a compact sedan based on the A-Class hatchback. But there's still some time till the CLA sedan launches in India. Meanwhile, Mercedes-Benz India have decided to spring in a surprise package with a little help from its AMG wing. Here's a small taste of things to come.
Now, we've said this on our show before, Mercedes-Benz have what we feel might just be the best looking hatchback in the country with the A-Class. Now, it's a big claim, but what they're about to launch now is a very strong contender for the best looking compact sedan. I'd like you to welcome the CLA-45 AMG. Despite the mini CLS coupe-ish body form, the CLA-45 AMG under the skin is actually an A45 AMG with a boot that weighs about 30 kgs. It's also got the same interplay of concave and convex surfaces interrupted by flowing contours, which along with the coupe-ish rake towards the rear makes it possibly the best looking car in the Mercedes-Benz impressive anthology. The twin 5-spoke rims are like a photo frame within which lies the masterpiece of red calipers which signify the AMG performance brakes. The 45 AMG gets larger air intakes and a cross-strut lower lip on the fascia, side sills and a rear diffuser with AMG quad pipes to establish its difference from the regular CLA sedan, and to make it worthy of wearing Mercedes' most exclusive badge. 3 little letters that make all the difference. The interiors keep you mesmerized enough not to notice the small greenhouse area. The aluminum trim can be replaced either by wood or carbon fiber based on your predilection at the AMG Performance Studio. The CLA-45 AMG also gets the inviting flat-bottom AMG steering wheel with a thick Alcantara padding that makes you feel like you're driving a GT racing car. The seats have been crafted by Recaro specially for AMG and they're as snug and bolstering as you want them to be. Alright, it's time. Let's get it on the road now, shall we? Falterbach is changing, and by that I mean AMG is changing. Now, moving from building massive V12 engines to V8 engines, and then from naturally aspirated engines to turbocharged and twin turbo engines, well, now AMG is entering the realm of inline 4 engines. AMG inline 4 engines. So this beautiful sleek sports saloon is powered by a seemingly underwhelming 2-liter inline 4 turbocharged AMG engine, and this is the smallest engine that AMG has ever attempted to build. Like everything in the automotive world, precedence has been given to bettering fuel efficiency and lowering emissions, even in sports cars. And only thereafter does performance feature on the must-deliver list. And this 2-liter AMG is Exhibit A of this trend. But hold your runaway assumptions right there, because this isn't an ordinary inline 4 engine. This is the most powerful inline 4 series produced engine in the world. Now, if you think performance has taken a dip, well, 0 to 100 in, let me just show you. From a standstill, you're going to hit 100 kilometers an hour in just about 5.5 seconds, and that's a whole second slower than the claim figure. What you can, well, blame is the quality of fuel that's available in India, as even with launch control, our tests confirm that 0 to 100 is in about 5.5 seconds. Top speed limited to 250 kilometers an hour. The hero of the small engine is a large twin-scroll turbo developed by Borg Warner that's capable of a tremendous 26.1 psi of boost, which which along with a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox makes a world of a difference to the performance and driving characteristic of the CLA-45 AMG. So much so that it enables this puny 2-litre engine to give the SLK-55 AMG with its massive 5.5-litre engine a run for its money. In fact, at 178 PS per litre, this M133 engine displaces the Porsche 911 Turbo as the most powerful engine in the world per litre of displacement. Okay, then performance really hasn't taken a back seat here, but it's still a hunkered down AMG on low profile tyres, which means it sits so low that it puts your exhaust pipes and differential casing directly in the firing line of our brilliant speed breakers, and you can be certain that they will serve their purpose of damaging your car. And that's not all that you need to be concerned about.
Now take an ordinary C-Class. Now when you put it in sports mode, the suspension stiffens up a little bit. Now to give you an idea of how stiff this suspension is, the CLA-45 AMG in its comfort mode would probably emulate a normal C-Class in its sports mode. It's that stiff. Well, part of it is because of the suspension setup itself, which is quite stiffly sprung. But the other part is that the CLA-45 AMG comes with 18-inch low-profile tyres, which also hamper its ride quality quite a bit. I suspect when the regular CLA does make it to India, it's going to get higher profile tyres, which should make the ride quality much more pliant for our Indian conditions.
The good news is, however, in sports mode the ride quality isn't all that more dreadful. The difference between sports and comfort mode is quite subtle. And in any case, I doubt the stiff ride quality would bother people who buy this car as much as they'd be pleased by how well the CLA-45 AMG sticks to the roads.
Now the CLA is based on the NGCC platform, which essentially means that the regular CLA sedan will be a front-wheel driven car. Now this, on the other hand, the CLA-45 AMG gets Mercedes' 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, which means that under regular driving this is a front-wheel driven car. But when the system detects that you need a little more traction, or when you floor the throttle, it sends about 50% of the power and torque to the rear wheels. And that's the other thing that I absolutely love about the CLA-45 AMG. It's got a directness in handling that almost emulates a go-kart. Now, it's also got an inherent understeer that's quite typical to an all-wheel drive system. So let's just say it's like an all-wheel drive go-kart. Now the other thing that we were skeptical about is the sound of the car. Now how would a 2-litre turbocharged engine sound even if it's made by AMG? Listen to this. Now that sounds a little bit muffled inside this cabin thanks to all the insulation, but I can assure you on the outside this sounds like nothing you've ever heard before.
Well, I know that you're dying to find out how soon you can get behind the wheels of this gorgeous baby AMG.
Mercedes-Benz are waiting to launch the new C-Class in India, and only post that will we see the CLA sedan. Now until then, the CLA-45 AMG is due to be launched. It's going to be priced much more than the CLA sedan, but it's going to be priced a little lesser than the C63 AMG, which by itself is a bargain for what it offers. Now, if the purpose of the CLA-45 AMG was to create noise about the CLA sedan, oh boy, have they succeeded.